for your understanding, I have it plugged into a grounded extension cord. Temporary connect to an outlet, properly wired, of course, using a true RMS. Well, not true. I mean, it's not. Yeah, sorry. So 116 volts coming from mains, right? And then you're gonna see that I put a 20 amp plug in there. You know, where one is straight and one is sideways. That's 20 amp. And then it goes into the Hughes autoformer. This is a 30 amp model. The transformers down there, and it only boosts the hot side, or the black or red or whatever you want to call it, but just the hot side only. That's all it boosts. It doesn't do the neutral or the ground. So what makes this thing boost is when it senses, think below 114 or 113, it'll go into boost mode. It'll activate that relay there, and the contacts, as you can see, are on that position. If they're to the left on that other position there, then it's boosting, okay? And the boost light is on. But that's another. But that gets its sense from the control board here. This is just a relay, or just a relay. And I of course disconnected the coil for it too. Probably could have actually, no, because then it won't boost. I don't think, because they have to touch in order to boost. That's why the red and the blue are connected, but each one has to go on each side. I don't think you can swap them. You know what I mean? Like you could take that blue, put that red, and that blue to that red. I don't think you could do that, even though I did have those two apart, I still was getting, a higher volt, like a 10 or 12% boost. So now it's in boost mode 24/7. As long as it's plugged in, it's in permanent boost mode. So that's the way I wanted it set up. And as you can see, it actually went out of boost. And I have another voltage conditioner, voltage booster box right there. And that thing clicks from time to time. That's why I was getting tired of, see, it just clicked again. I was getting tired of this thing going back and forth. I just wanted a steady 120 to 125, 126 volts coming out. So as you can see, it's 125 coming out. So versus 116. So that's at least what, like 11, like a 9-10% boost. So yeah, and it's only just because I want the air conditioner to get a constant more than 115 volts. I wanted to get anywhere from 120 to 128. It's not going to hurt if it goes up to 130. It just want a higher voltage so the fan runs a little bit faster, puts up more air, and because I want to say these things can run to like 125, 130 volts safely. If you could probably do 132, you're probably going to burn out the compressor. Probably the windings a lot faster. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah. So I got it to boost though. So I might even put a double pull switch, like a little toggle or something, so that way the relay could take over, or you can go in a manual boost mode. But I pretty much I was trying to go on Hughes autoformer and other forums, and nobody knew how to do this. Nobody was talking about it. I just had to observe the operation of it and reverse engineer visually, using a voltmeter and using an inverter to pretty much keep myself isolated from mains while doing the modifications and testing them out, because I didn't want to test it out on mains. I wanted to test it out with some isolation and with a little bit of a lower voltage. But this thing will, if I plug it into there, it will put out 135 volts. Pretty crazy, right? But right now it's putting out 126 versus 116. So it's it's about a 9-10% boost, like a 9.5 to 10% boost, and that's a lot better. Do you guys know what I mean? So yeah. So now I'm just gonna unplug it, button it all back up and throw it back into service. Because right now I'm just plugged in directly to the wall there. So I want to, and that's the reason why I want to boost, because I want the voltage to be good going in and then coming back out through the outlet there. That's my battery backup using the Outback VFX 2812M. So 2,800 watts max of continuous output at 12 volts, or 12 volts like nominal. It'll probably go up to 16, I think, you know, before it goes into like over voltage shutdown mode or whatever it does. So, but yeah, that's a battery backup for everything in the living room. Pretty much runs all this. You know, I can go like this, go like that, could drop, hit OK. As you guys can see, it's totally on battery power, and the AC is still running. You hear the hum of the compressor, maybe. Like I say, it's just a cool mode. So yeah, I mean, computer's still on, light's still on. Pretty cool, huh? And then I can hit the button again. Use. Hit OK. I heard a click in the inverter. You know, the AC light's solid and the inverter light's off. And as you can see, it's charging back up. Pretty cool, huh? And then we'll see we're putting a little bit of a load on the circuit in here. We've got 116 and we got 125. So yeah, works great. So that's how you do it. You just have to take the red and blue from each side. Just cut off the little. I really hate doing it. I mean, I don't got the right female spade connectors, or the male spades that would have fit these little. It's hard to explain, but I don't have the right male spade to fit that. Otherwise, I would have just used that. I would have used two of those and a piece of wire in between, and then just shove them into each of these that were on those wires and connect it up that way. So that way I could undo it and put it back on the relay, and it would be good to go. So I have to get a whole bunch of these. I got to get these sized and crimp it back on those wires eventually, and get the corresponding size spades also. Not spades, but you know, these little things. Yeah, those don't fit those, and that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to take two blues and two reds and put them together and use that wire right there to make like little jumpers. So, but it didn't work out, but it's okay, you know. I wanted to boost 24/7, so it's all good for now. And if I ever need to undo it, I'll just get a bunch of those and you know, undo the wire caps, crimp those on, show them back on the relay. It's good to go. You know what I mean? So you could buy those from pretty much anywhere. Harbor Freight, Advance Auto, AutoZone. I got AutoZone not that far from me, so you know. But yeah, it works good. Just want to show you guys that, you know, how to modify your hughs autoformer, and don't hold me responsible if you get zapped, shocked, or blown up or whatever it is. I'm not responsible for you. You know, I'm just educating, showing how it's done. If you fuck it up, that's on you. You know, I just gotta put that out there from now on, because you know, I don't want someone to call the cops and say that I killed them or something. You know, because that'd be fucked up. You know, because I didn't do anything. You know, they're the ones that touched it. You know, so it's all good. All right, I'll see you guys later.